Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It has been a couple of days since I last made the video on the MR2 that was pretty much on its last leg. I was a little drastic by saying I blew it up. I didn't blow it up, obviously. It's just got some issues, and I'm kind of at the point where I'm tired of chasing issues. I want to just go ahead and refresh the whole motor. Speaking of which, the C3 Vet, I know you guys have probably seen this in the background. Most of you probably have not even seen the video previously where I said we're probably going to do a LS motor in this, or possibly do a new chassis underneath it and replace all the suspension with newer Vet stuff. In the meantime, it's decided to, I don't even know if you can see, hemorrhage every fluid that it has in it all over the floor. Great. So got to clean that up. Anyway, today is Corrado day. Had some stuff done to it the past couple days, and I figured let's give you an update because some of you guys have been asking for it, and show you what we've done. Here it is, my 93 VR6 Corrado, and yes, isn't it pretty? Looks so good from right there. Anyway, I'm just being stupid today, I really am, honestly. So we haven't had this on the channel for, I don't know, a couple months maybe. If you guys followed, you know we did some motor work to this car. I decided that we were gonna refresh it based off of the fact that had to do a lot of maintenance stuff, timing chain, just double check head gas, all the stuff that you're going to want to do on an older car. If you go back and watch some of my videos on this car, or Corrados in general, I did a video on what to look for when you're buying a Corrado, and kind of like what it's like to own the Corrado too. So let me just give you an update again, show you guys what was done, because I can't recall if I did or not last time, so why not do it again? For my faithful followers, I know you guys already know this stuff. For the rest of you guys that are just tuning in for the first time or haven't yet, obviously this car has had some work done to it. And I've done quite a good amount of stuff since I've purchased this car 3 to 4 years ago. We put a new spoon-fed lip on the front. We have the Euro headlights. I was able to obtain some brand new in the box blinkers and fog lights. Those things are, very hard to come by, and they look unbelievable when they are clean and new. So the front of this car, I'm very, very happy with. And as dumb as it is, it actually didn't come with the red VR6 badge. I was able to find one of those. Those are super hard to come by OEM. And then since then, we've done some engine work. I did put a 2.9 liter intake manifold on it. There's a 2.9 throttle body. We have a turn 2 intake. It's got a Schimmel built head with 268 cams and 1 millimeter oversized valves. It's got a Tectonics downpipe, a Tectonics exhaust. There is a high flow cat on there. I can't remember what brand that is for whatever reason. It's slipping my mind at the moment. But that's what we did to the engine. And then for the transmission, we did put an O2J shifter in, because any of you Corrado guys that know, the shifters are just a slush box, a sloppy mess. And the O2J shifter really stiffened it up and made it just much more enjoyable to drive. We also put a light-end flywheel on and a stage 1 clutch, which is not excessive. It's fun, it's light, it's easy to drive. Very, very happy with it. One of the first things I did when I got the car was replace the front control arms. There are Black Forest front control arms on the car, and we did the MK4 GLI brakes in the front. Very happy with how those came out, and very happy with the performance. I can't stress enough to anybody that's building a Corrado that the MK4 GLI brakes are unbelievable. I know you could go the R32 brake route. Everything's getting harder and harder to find, so if you're gonna do it, jump on it now. Don't wait. Nothing's better than a good suspension and good brakes on any car, no matter what the performance is. It just makes the drivability so much better. This feels stock. It does not feel like there's some massive brakes on it that make it just like stop on it does stop on a dime, but in a very stock way. I don't know how to explain it. All the sounds, all the right noises. This car is so much fun to drive and just own in general. And very happy with it. I'm probably coming up on 3 years. A couple things that we still have to finish up. Do have the foam for under the hood. We do have a windshield for this thing. I want to do some interior stuff. The headliner needs to get replaced, clean the inside up, and then the big thing is I'd really like to put some Euro seat belts in this car. And I think we'd be creeping close to where I'd be happy with this car being done. I think that this is the perfect street car. It drives great, it stops great, it handles great. It sounds awesome, as anybody knows with a VR6. They just are unbelievable. So I'm very happy with how this whole thing came out. The recent thing was putting the rear brakes on. We just did that today, or Monday and Tuesday. Malcolm at B&M Auto Works, shout out to him. He also replaced, I think, the driver's side axle, and you know, just did some other things, just touching stuff up. And we replaced the oil pan. That's what we did, or the oil pan gasket, because that was leaking a little bit. I think the next go around, what we're going to do is replace both the front wheel bearings. I might try to see if I can get some knuckles so we can replace the whole entire thing, powder coat them, get them cleaned up. I just like anytime I can have the opportunity to clean something up, make it nicer and newer looking, just to pretty it up. Because I mean, tell me I'm wrong, this thing is extremely pretty. Now we do have a new set of wheels coming for this car. I'm gonna probably pick them up tomorrow or Friday. As much as I love these wheels, these things look so good. OZ Middos, I just had them refinished, and they look really good. They just weigh a lot, and this car is only making probably just south of 200 wheel horsepower. And if you could lower the weight, the rotating mass, does make a huge difference on a car that doesn't have I mean, if you're making 500 wheel horsepower, I got to tell you, you're not going to notice the world of a difference. You'll absolutely notice a difference, but not the world of a difference. So as much as you can kind of lighten up these pigs, you want to, because it's tough to, you kind of feel that the wheels weigh a lot, because I do have RPF 1s for this car. The fitment's fine in the front. They're a little sunk in the back, and I'm not a big fan of spacers. So I was able to get some really cool wheels. I think you guys will like them because it sticks with the theme of the car the most, which is kind of my goal. These wheels are really nice for shows and, you know, looking fancy, but I'm probably gonna keep these. Nobody seems to want to buy expensive wheels. If anybody wants to buy my Volk ZE40s, 4x100 plus 28s, they're on my Integra currently. Those are up for sale because I don't need those. Those are street wheels. They're awesome, they look great, but those wheels are not, they're on a track car that doesn't need nice wheels. So if you guys want them, let me know. Hit me up. My email is always in the description. You hit me up on Instagram, whatever the case is. That's pretty much it. We're going to Caffeine and Carburetors up in Connecticut this weekend. It's one of the coolest shows ever because there's just like the best of the best examples of cars. My car is definitely not one of those, but I think it's a good example. It's a clean example. It's the nicest car that I have to bring, so that's why I'm bringing it. Unfortunately, obviously the MR2 is down, and the Skyline, well, that's a whole story in itself. And I don't think anybody really wants to see my Cayman. It's a fun car to drive, but it's not that exciting. So that's pretty much it, guys. You know the deal. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. We're going to try to do some more Corrado stuff. Unfortunately, I missed the Corrado meet this past weekend. I'm glad those guys got to get together. But yeah, we got some good stuff coming up, including a dyno day. Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Later.